Good morning, this is Asha here. Today I'm going to discuss about the simplex method to solve the linear programming problems. So simplex method was developed by George B. Dadsing in 1947, and it is an iterative and an efficient method for solving linear programming problems. So the standard LPP problems will be in the canonical form. So either you will have two types of problem, maximization or minimization. So the objective function will be given and the number of constraints. So this is the LPP. This form of LPP is called canonical form of LPP. So if you want to solve the problem using simplex method, first thing you have to convert into a standard form. So write the objective function, then you convert these constraints into an equations. So bring it to the standard form. We'll discuss how we can bring or convert from canonical form to a standard form. So why being a student, you need to know how to convert the linear program to standard form and what's so special about that. So the main reason that we care about standard form is that this form is the starting point for the simplex method. So first main thing, so from canonical form to you have to convert into a standard form in order to solve by simplex method. So that is the primary method or the initial step for solving the linear programs. So how to bring it to a standard form? See, there will be two types of problems, maximization and minimization type. You see whether the objective function is of maximization type or minimization type. If it is a maximization type, then no need convert the you can go to the next step. Here, if it is of a minimization type, then convert into maximization type by multiplying by -1. So you can take an example. So here minimize 2x plus y plus 2z is the objective function. Convert into maximize type by multiplying this equation by -1. So it will become minus 2x minus y minus 2z. So minus of maximization will be of minimization type. So next thing is all the constraints that are in the problem should be expressed in the form of equation except for the non-negative constraints. See, if there are two types of constraints, lesser than or equal to or greater than or equal to type. So if you are converting a lesser than or equal to constraint into a standard form, so add a slack variable. That means lesser than or equal to. If you take an example of the equation x plus 5y lesser than or equal to 100, left hand side is lesser than 100. So to make it equal, we are going to add a variable called the slack variable. If you have a lesser than or equal to sign, add the slack variable to the left hand side and make it equal to the right hand side. So if you have greater than or equal to constraint, then you have to make it equal. So it is a greater than or equal. So left hand side is greater than the right hand side. So subtract some variable called S2 variable in order to make it equal to RHS. So if you have lesser than or equal to, add a slack variable. If you have greater than or equal to, subtract a surplus variable. So the right hand side of each constraint equation is of non-negativity. So you take an example here. 2x1 minus 4x2 plus x3 plus x4 is greater than or lesser than or equal to -1. So you have to multiply this equation, convert into, here it is lesser than sign. So get a slack variable, then multiply the whole equation by -1 and convert into a standard form. If directly equation is given, then add a artificial variable in order to make it equal to 4. So in summarize, there are two types of problem, maximization type or the minimization type. If you have the maximization directly, you can go to step 2. If you have a minimization type, then multiply by -1 and convert into maximization type and go to step 2. If you have lesser than or equal to constraint, then uh, you add a slack variable. Then if you have a greater than or equal to constraint, then you add a surplus variable. If you have a equal to constraint, then you add an artificial variable. If RHS has a negative value, multiply by -1 and make it as a non-negative value. So let's look into the problem. It says that maximize z equal to 3x1 plus 2x2. So the problem is of maximization. So we can go into constraints. Here if you see, there are three constraints, all are lesser than or equal to. Whenever you have to convert from inequality to equation, if you have lesser than or equal to, then you have to add a slack variable. So add plus S1 for the first equation, S2 for the second equation, and S3 for the third equation. So here x1, x2, S1, S2, S3 should be greater than or equal to 0, and S1, S2, S3 are called the slack variables. So you have to rewrite your objective function taking into account these slack variables. So you have maximize z is equal to 3x1 plus 2x2, that is given in the equation, plus you have to add the slack variable 0s1 plus 0s2 plus 0s3. So anything you add, it doesn't make a difference to this equation. So your maximize will be 3x1 plus 2x2, 0s1, 0s2 plus 0s3. Now you write it in a table form. First will be the basic variable. First you have to consider the slack variables or the surplus variable, whatever you have got. So right, there are three slack variables, S1, S2, S3. These are the basic variables. The coefficient of basic variable in the objective function. If you see the slack variables, the coefficient are 0, 0 and 0 in the objective function. So write down 0, 0 and 0. So now in the horizontal way, write down what are the variables you have: x1, x2, s1, s2 and s3. So if you see the objective function, the coefficient of x1 is 3, x2 is 2, s1 is 0, s2 is 0 and s3 is 0. So write down the coefficients in the objective function. So 3, 2, 0, 0 and 0. Next, coming to this table, you see the equation 1. What is the coefficient of x1 here? -1, 2, 1 and 4. -1, 2, 1. S2 is 0 in the first equation. S3 is 0 and the constant is equal to 4. That is the right hand side. So if you take second equation, it is 3, 2, 0, 1, 0 and 14. 0, 3, 2, 0, 1, 0 and 14, because S1 variable is 0, S3 variable is 0. Third equation, 1 minus 1, 0, 0, 1 and RHS will be equal to 3. So 1 minus 1, 0, 0, 1 and 3. So you have got the basic table. So now in order to get the Z minus Zj minus Cj value, you have to multiply this. 0 into -1 plus 0 into 3 plus 0 into 1 minus of this coefficient minus 3. So your equation will be Z1 minus C1 column 1 will be 0 into minus 1 plus 0 into 3 plus 0 into 1 minus of this value. So it is minus 3. Like that you carry out for all the columns C1, C2, C3, C4 and C5. 0 into 2 plus 0 into 2 plus 0 into minus 1 minus 2. Again for 0 into 1 plus 0 into 0 plus 0 into 0 minus 0. See, like that you carry out for all the things, get the value of Zi minus Ci, that is equal to minus 3 minus 2 0 0 0. So in this, if this Zj minus Ej value comes all positive, then this will be the optimal solution. Otherwise, you have to carry out more iteration. So if you see here, among these Zj minus Cj value, minus 3 is the most negative value. So lock that column. Okay. So now get the ratio. 4, that is the RHS, divided by the column value minus 1 is minus 4. 14 divided by 3 is 4.66. 3 divided by 1 is 3. So in this ratio, get the least positive value. You should not consider the negative value. You should consider the least positive value, that is 3. So lock this row. So this is the key column and this is the key row. So one will be intersection of key row and key column is the key element. So here, see the row S3 will be leaving and X1 will be entering the table. So in this, whichever is the key element, that element has to be unit or one value. The remaining values in that column should be equal to 0. So you have to carry out such that this will be 1, 0 and 0 for the remaining columns. So how do you make, see this is row 1, row 2 and row 3. So you have to write row 4, row 5 and row 6 like this. So second, you have S3 is removed and X1 is entering. So you have to write these values. So you have the key element as 1. So write the third row as it is. So R6 will be equal to R3. You are writing the same element here. So you have to make the other column values as 0. How do you carry out? So your R4 will be equal to R1 plus R3, then this value will become 0. So minus 1 plus 1, it is 0. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 0, 1. 0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus 0 plus 1 is 1. So your values will be 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Similarly, the second, that is the fifth row, will be equal to R2 minus 3 into R3. So then 3, that is R2 value is 3 minus 3 into 1 is 3 minus 3 is 0. 2 minus of minus plus 3, then this value will become 5. 0, 0 only. So 1 minus of 0 is 0. So this is 1. 0, that is R2 value, minus 3 into 1 is minus 3. So these are the values you have written. Again, you calculate Zj minus Cj value. 0 into 0 plus 0 into 0 plus 3 into 1. 3 minus 3 is 0. Here x1 you have to write, and what are the coefficient? That is x1 is 3. So 0, 0 and 3 are the values 0, 0 and 3. Okay, so here also 3 minus 3 is 0. Here 0, 0 into 5, 0. Minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5. Again here 0 into 1, 0, 0 into 0, 3 into 0 minus 0. Again this value becomes 0. Again 0, 0, 3 into 1, 3 minus 0 is 3. So here the negative value is there. So lock this column. This is called the key column. So take the ratios. Similarly, you have to do it for RHS also. Okay, so 7 divided by 1, 5 divided by 5, and 3 divided by minus 1. So least positive value is 1. So lock this row. So here x2 will be leaving, s2 will be leaving, and x2 will be entering. So you have to make this key element as a unit and the remaining as 0. So R5. So next rows will be R7, R8 and R9. R8 will be R5 divided by 5. So that column will be here. Instead of S2, it will be S1, X2 and X1. So it is 0, 0, 5 by 5 is 1, 0, 1 by 5 and minus 3 by 5 and 5 by 5 is 1. Okay, so next you have to make this as 0. So how do you do that? R8 will be equal to R7 will be equal to R4 minus R5 by 5. 1 R5. R4 is 1 minus R5 by 5 is 1. So it will become 0. You calculate like that. R7 will be 1 minus 0 is 1. So 0 minus 1 by 5 will be minus 1 by 5 and 8 by 5. Like that calculate the row. So for even R8, R7, R9 will be R6 plus R5 by 5. So you will get these values. So when you multiply here, 0 into 0 plus 2 into 0, 3 minus 3 is 0. Again it is 2 minus 2 is 0. All you are going to get the positive value. So this is the optimal solution. So here x1 value you have to see, x1 is 4 here and x2 value is 1. So z value will be equal to 3 into 4 plus 2 into 1. 12 plus 2 is 40. So this is the solution for the given problem. Thank you.